Pay for your kids' college tuition. If you have money and you want to help out your children, you want to do it in the right way. You want to avoid the risk that you ruin your children with your money. And one way to ruin your children is to give them a lot of money when you, for instance, pass away. They have no idea how to use that and how to manage that. They will effectively increase their lifestyle, but they won't be able to keep the money and multiply that. What you see with millionaires is they almost always pay for their kids' college tuition. Why? Because education is very important. In this economy that pays for specialization, you want to give your kids the opportunity to educate themselves, to specialize, and to develop a skill that is valuable. And by paying for their education, you don't give them just a bag of money. You give them something that is very useful and very practical. The reason why wealthy people don't want to give their children just a bag of money, because there's a difference between fast money and slow money. If you give somebody money, can be your children, can be somebody else. If you give them money, that's fast money. They didn't have to do anything for it. The problem is, because it's fast money, they don't know how to keep that money, because it doesn't have any value for them. What you will see, and you will see that in your own life, if you have worked for the money, you will see that you will appreciate that money more. So the difference between fast money and slow money is very important. Fast money goes away fast, and slow money will stick around. And you want to give your kids the opportunity to get that slow money, to get an education, get a job, get a career, and build wealth for themselves, so that if at one point in time they inherit your money, they will know how to manage that. And by giving them fast money, you exactly do the opposite. They will not know how to keep it. They will not know how to invest it, because fast money psychologically will be treated differently by somebody who receives it. The next thing why you want to pay for your kids' college tuition, you don't want your children to get into debt. The problem with debt is, of course, you pay interest, but more importantly, it also creates financial stress, especially in times when your kid gets out of college, he has a lot of debt, but the starting salaries generally are lower than, let's say, the debt that they have. So you have the starting salary, and they might want to get married, maybe want to buy their first house, and they have this college debt, and that causes them to maybe be in financial stress, maybe make different decisions, maybe not getting married, or don't buy the house because they don't have the money. It will give them the freedom and more choices, especially in the most expensive part of their life. And that's generally after they graduated from their college or university. So by giving them a debt-free start, they will have more options and they can make better choices with that. However, when you give your children money to pay for college, you can also think about maybe some conditions that you want to put towards that money. You can say, of course, pick a study that at least has a future. Also just help them, coach them in that choice. It's not that easy to pick an education, pick something that they want to do, because of course they don't have experience in the working field, so they don't know exactly what will be valuable in the future. So help them with that, help them with the choice that they make. Don't pick a study because you like it. Of course, passions are important, but if the passion doesn't provide any income, then it's just a hobby, and they can still do it as a hobby, but maybe it's not a good way to invest your time as an education. So be very careful, especially when you give kids, let's say, money for education. Be careful and help them with the choices on how they spend that money. And when your kids go to study, they also have other costs as well. For instance, housing costs and maybe just living expenses. You also can think about how you deal with that. Maybe you want to have them work for those expenses and don't want to pay for everything. And you can make a balance in that and what you can do. But the only way you can pay for your kids' college tuition, at least if you're young and your children are still young, you maybe already want to start saving money, put money aside for that financial goal. You can think about saving that, investing that, particularly if there's a long time horizon. Let's say your kids are, just got born, then at least it will take, 18 to 20 years before they need that money. So you can effectively use that long time horizon to invest, get a return on that money, and use the power of compound interest to help you reach your financial goal. So what we do, we also put money aside every month, invest that to be able to pay for our kids' college tuition, to give them a debt-free start, and we want them to benefit from the money that we have, but do that in a responsible manner. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and click on the bell to get a notification when I upload a new video. If you want to ask a question, do so via the comment section, and I will answer as soon as possible. Thank you and see you next time.